Hey guys, I am DM Zone. This is Gamer's Oasis. Let's get into it. So you can't see some things here, like this little cord that's hanging here. Really, it might be in the field of view now that I've showed it to you. Let me put it over here. All right, doing some things with lighting. My lighting on my forehead's a little better. Light in the back of the room's not great. Working on that. Still getting this better. This is still a touch too bright. You can see I'm so... And I want to get this photo fixed. Let me show you something. So you notice right there, there's two lines that come down. And over here, right there, there's a line. Those are not on the picture. Those are reflections. So I need to get the reflection away from that. There's a couple theories I have on that. I could tilt the photos forward a little bit so they're more pointing down. I could change the lighting a little bit maybe. Instead of having light up here going that way, I could have, it going like this, not touching the back wall, then have the back wall illuminated, but behind the photos, so that it doesn't actually spill onto the photos. I don't know. Still trying to navigate that. Probably going to try the tilting of the photos an inch or two, see if that shifts the glare so you're not seeing other things. Because all you're seeing is really the photos next to it, the little black border. That's what all that is. Okay. Let's get into Entropia Universe, though. Typical vlog style, I'm going to talk about kind of what happened in the last month or so. And I've been kind of twin adjacent. I feel like that's an important thing to say. I don't know if that's because I have been so good for so long, and I've never received a HOF as far as being economic. I've received HOF, but I've received a big HOF. Some people get HOFs for like several thousand. I have never received one of those HOFs. The biggest HOF I ever got wasn't even in hunting, it was in mining. I've never got a global in crafting, though I've done some things that could have. The closest to a global I've got in crafting was I was crafting some basic sheet metal, and I got a mini, I guess you could say, for 26 and some odd peck. Which is a lot, the most I've ever gotten. But it's not technically a global and certainly not a HOF and that type of stuff. So I'm kind of waiting for that someday to happen and be like, blah, But right now, I'll just take my small globals as they come. I have gotten a couple. I'm just going to be honest. With the getting ready for Season of Crafting 2, I've been doing some hunting, been using the LR25, and the cultists in particular have been especially good to me. The Yogs were good in one way, the cultists were good in basically shrapnel. So I appreciate that. We'll see what continues on with that. I'll be talking more about that when I get to those videos eventually. Let me go ahead and talk about how I'm twin adjacent, though. So a guy who's been very helpful along the way, helped me get into Mayhem the first time, helped me get into Mayhem the second time a little bit, helped me get a quad, actually gave me my quad wing, that type of stuff. He has been very helpful along the way, which is taking me out and hunting. I'm not in his society. I'm not his, disciple. He wasn't my mentor, so he's doing this because he's a good guy and because I think he likes what I do and because, these type of things. And he wants me to experience the game. And I think it's good content for him too, because he kind of does his own content thing, which I don't want to get into unless he wants me to get into it, and then I'll talk more about it. But anyways, so he took me out there to hunt some big mechs, as you can see here. And during this hunting of big mechs, he has given me basically everything I need. The weapon I'm using is a daily token weapon that he gave me, the number 5, whatever it is. So it's like basically like an LR20 is all it really is. And then he gave me, he lent me an amp that was unlimited, the Omegatron A102, which is a 7-point amp, which works really well with that weapon. All the limited armor you see there is armor I get to put on. I kind of look like a hodgepodge at this point, but it's really resistant to the type of damage we're doing. A bunch of armor plates was given to me or lent to me, however you want to view that. We go out there, and I don't know if it's like rubbing the bald head or whatever for luck, but we weren't out there too long, and woo! As you can see here, we went ahead and global. According to him, it didn't come to me, but according to him, we did get a twin drop. It was the Justifier A3 augmented or whatever. He showed me the weapon, or showed me a link to weapon, I should say, not really put it in a trade window. But going off of the fact that this is what we got dropped, it's like I remember it's like a 95% efficiency weapon, which is like, I can't imagine something like that ever dropping. He talked about wanting to sell it. I kind of hope he didn't, because man, you could seriously have some great returns if you didn't sell that. But I'm not his financial advisor, and if he sold that for, let's say, 200,000 PED, which I hope he got that much, I'm sure he could invest that into something in real life, or invest that into property, or into a store, or into crafting, or back into his character, and that would have an enormous power within the game too. Or maybe now he doesn't have to ever invest in his character ever again, and now you can put that money towards other things, and that's power. So I hope he got as much from it. Some I've talked to, one-on-one, not like in this format. Don't you feel like you should have got part of it? Absolutely not. What was I actually contributing with an LR20 and a 7-point amp? Not a whole lot of DPS. I'm taking a hit occasionally and healing occasionally and that type of stuff. But the reality is he's the one that's doing the DPS to kill these big mechs. I'm not. There's way too many HP. I'm barely even scraping it. That's why I got 20 PED on the global and he got the weapon. So I am 100% behind him getting it, as I told him before we got it, that if we did get something to be his anyways, because I'm really just here for the experience, not for the loot. But I guess I need to address where I got some things. Everything I was using, he ended up saying, you know what, I got a twin item. Whatever the situation is, as far as whether it's shared luck or whatever, I want you to go ahead and basically keep this. Now, we didn't have a full conversation like that. I'm just kind of like thinking like maybe he was thinking. I don't know. But I'm hoping that he has done amazing things with whatever that money is. He's talked about a store and some ideas and this type of stuff. We've gone back and forth a little bit on that. I don't know where he is in that process at this point in time. If he gives me the go ahead to talk about a little bit about what he's doing, maybe I can talk about his store and you can go check it out. Of course, trade secrets are trade secrets. I'm not here trying to spill his beans for a few likes or views. So there is that. Now, I would not be twin adjacent if that was the only twin thing I ever have happen. It is not, and has not been. I was preparing videos for the Next Island Community Recognition Program for 23. And I was doing the Brown Papu wave spawner. And while doing that with my Osbin S1 or BP S1X1, which is the pistol. So hunting the Brown Papu with got a swirly, if I remember right. Maybe it wasn't swirly, maybe it just popped up. And I saw a twin jacket, and I thought, it was a male. What? What is a twin jacket? Like, I knew there was armor pieces. It's like, I got something like that? Like, from my brown papu? Oh my God. So I went ahead and went to the clothing section and looked at it, and sure enough, there it is. A male unlimited jacket for the twin event. And I thought, okay, I now have earned my own item. Let's look at the stats. And I was like, oh, just decorative. Okay, well, cool. You know, I have a mask now and I have a jacket. So maybe if there's sleeves, I can have like a top half for like an outfit. That'd be kind of cool. Or if there's leggings and shins and boots and gloves, I can have a full outfit. And that's cool. So, I am not hating it. You can see here when I did a check, I probably should have sold it when I did and then buy it back later. Because frankly, holy cow, people were paying way too much money for this at the very beginning. And you can see how early I was because only like one or two had sold at that point in time. So now they're way less than that. Missed opportunity, I guess you could say, but you don't know how often they're going to drop and that type of stuff. So, next island, Brown Papu Wave Spawner has the potential of dropping this. I would say that is not limited to Brown Papu and to the Wave Spawners, but it is good to know that they do drop in the Wave Spawners. That's a good thing, because Wave Spawners tend to have a different loot pool than everything else. Or certain event things don't happen. For example, when I was doing the Toulon crackers, and you had to get the little crackers for the Toulon tab shoes or boots or whatever you want to call it, slippers. Those did not drop in the tab wave spawner, but it did drop on the tabs outside it. Excuse me. So that is a thing. So cool. Went ahead, got done with my stuff on next island, headed back to Monteria where I'm doing my season 2 crafting. I'm hunting some cultists. Like I said, I do that now every day because I'm trying to get the stage 3 of the horns because I haven't got that yet as of the time of this video at least. And I get a swirly again. I'm like, all right, cool, let me see what I got. And it said twin jacket female. Like, seriously? Like, okay, well, these are dropping a lot. And it was like the next day. I was like, okay, awesome. Well, now I got me a female set and I got me a male set. I'm like, I'm probably still not selling that because eventually, one point in time in the future, I want to have a store. And I want either have a mannequin or a shopkeeper. And how cool would it be to have your shopkeeper decked out in twin stuff? And you don't know if you're going to get a male or female shopkeeper. And I don't think you can change the gender of it. So, and it probably is specific to what you can put on it. So I was like, let me hang on to this jacket. If I get a third one, I'll try and sell that. And I went and looked at the price, like, oh wow, the price has severely dropped. So never mind. I'll just give it to a friend or whatever if I happen to get a third one. But anyways, so yeah, twin adjacent. I've gotten 2 jackets. Been there when a rifle dropped, which was very valuable. And been having some good luck. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more group twin hunts just in case something like that happens again. I would like to actually have it go to me, which means it needs to be something I can hunt, which right now I don't think there's anything that drops twin stuff I can actually hunt. So we're good with that. And I'm not doing the the summer migration this year. I've seen a few videos on that, and I think that's something in 2024 I'm going to be aiming for. I'm not quite there yet. However, I have learned a lot now that I have now that I have an unlimited amplifier. I have learned a lot about amplifiers, and through some things, I've also picked up some damage enhancers to learn about that. And I'm going to be doing videos specifically on that when I have more knowledge of it. I'm going to be doing one first talking about the Megatrons series, and then I'll go into the limited ones when I have a further knowledge. There's just a lot of things I'm testing it's going to be a while. I'm not going to act like it's going to be this season of crafting or this month or even season of crafting 2. It'll probably be season of crafting 3 when I come out with a video on it. But when you take that long to do it, you do it right. So I'm hoping that will be a video to look forward to. Here I am talking about season of crafting 3, and I haven't even got season of crafting 1 really even started here. I hit the cord here. There's a lot going on. I'm going to show you what I mean by a lot. One second. So I'm being given a TV that's going to go right here. And this TV is going to be the one I play on and everything. It's a 50-inch TV, but it needs a stand, which is what that's for. And I'm going to be reducing the sound. If you hear like a little high-pitched hum sound, that's the fans, which I have replacements for. Oops. As I throw my little pieces I need across the room. So I hope to replace my fans. If you don't know, I built my computer in 2009, so I need to go ahead and replace those fans. That's kind of what the sound is on that computer, and it's right here. My hand is 2 feet from it. And I have built a cover to surround that stand. It's a stand to go around it with noise dampening foam in there, but it still allows airflow. And I'm going to put a curtain up over here behind the TV, and that should get rid of all that sound. If you like my new curtain here, that helps a lot with the sound too. And I think it's a nice aesthetic. You can see I still have the dark blue there. I just need to pull that over just a little bit, and that will be completely gone. And you won't have the light or people walking around behind it. So very cool. Getting things better and better. I'm going to do a little header across the top, so that gets a little bit better. Don't know what that's going to look like yet. I'm currently going to be doing a video on the nanocubes. I talked a while back about it. I'm now working on that. Here are some of the panels for the nanocubes. Making it out of foam core board. Let's see if I can get this to kind of line up. I have a hot glue gun and the beginning of my nanocubes, as you can see. I need a total of 4 nanocubes. This is 3 sides to that 4. And then I'll go ahead and start cutting it. And I've already thought about how I'm going to illuminate it and that type of stuff. So all that's going to be super cool when it gets done. Look for that relatively soon. That's going to come out sooner versus later. And it's probably going to sit right up there next to that dice or on top of that dice behind my head when I get it all set up. And it's not going to be black. It's going to be, of course, nanocube color. So what else is there going on? Heap of things. I could talk for 25, 30 minutes now and barely even take a breath. But let me just go ahead and go into the content of the what we're going to expect with the Season of Crafting 1. So we're going to be doing a whole lot of videos on Toulon. I'm going to be talking a lot about the missions on Toulon. This is not going to be a complete planetary coverage of things. I'm going to have to take Toulon in a couple bites, a couple seasons to be able to really get that out. And then by then I'll probably have replacement videos for the stuff that's out there already. I'm going to move to Monria after that. Depositing money has made certain things more available to me. So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. Like, I'm planning now, but as I get this done, I kind of want to plan other things, and I don't know if I can get the videos out fast enough, type of thing. If I was somewhat successful on YouTube and I had the ability to hire a person or do something, the first thing I would do before I pay me is I'd hire a time manager or a video editor, so that I could probably a video editor, so I could go ahead and get everything done. The biggest problem I have is not enough hours in a day to get things done. But anyways, speaking of time, rolling things out, what some of the viewers have talked about with me and with other people that do Entropia Universe YouTube videos, that there are a couple games that they feel like has a lot of synergy with Entropia Universe. And I feel like I want to just diversify a little bit into that. And I have a series of videos that I really feel like is going to be super cool. So there's 2 games, really 3, but 2 I'm looking at for right now because they're time sensitive. The first one is already out, so I wouldn't be riding that wave. So I might hold off on that. But that is No Man's Sky. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about No Man's Sky. Here's what I know about No Man's Sky. Very, very little. I have watched one tutorial on how to play No Man's Sky 2023. And when I do my Game 0 video, which I've already shot, recorded, edited, and all that type of stuff, for whatever reason, I felt the impulse to do that one. I link all that in that video, and I've read one blog site because that took me down a little bit of a rabbit hole. But what I'm thinking about doing with that is, well, I don't want to get into that. I'm going to save that. But I have a whole theory, and basically, Entropia Universe, I work very hard to research and to know everything. In that game, I want to do it from a different perspective. I want to go back kind of to how it was when I first did my vlogs, and I was very ignorant to the game and what's going on, and I was kind of exploring. And my thoughts are I'll probably live stream this, and then I'm going to turn the comments off, or I'm going to let you guys talk, but I'm not going to view the comments because that'd be way too much people trying to give me help. And I just have a polite little thing. Hey, not viewing comments right now. We'll talk to you guys when I see things, and maybe have some mod send me things to talk about, like, whatever. If I had a mod, I don't know. I think mods are something you pay for. I don't know exactly how that works. I know you can have mods for free, but I think that most mods get something in return. They don't just do modding for free. If you're a mod or know anything about this, get with me in game or in messages and tell me how I can contact you, or find me on Facebook so we can chat more on this, so I can learn about this and not work from the position I'm in now, which is not very knowledgeable. Okay. The second game is not out yet. It's supposed to come out September 6th, which is very soon in the world of me trying to get things done. Because I'm still trying to get Season 2 done and Season 1 done of Season of Crafting. And I am playing so much Entropia Universe, and I have life and work and, yes, these things. It has caused me problems, but that game looks very cool, and that's that Starfield. Starfield comes out supposedly by September 6th. I'm a huge Bethesda fan anyways. Not because I like Todd or the game company, though they have made some of the games I really love, but because I really like the Fallout series. And I know Fallout didn't start with Bethesda, but some of the best versions of Fallout really were with Bethesda. I know there's a lot of overpromising, and they had a bit of a money grab with Fallout 76. But what can you do? It's still an amazing game. So where I am with those things is they happen to have No Man's Sky go on sale for 50% on Steam. So I bought it. It was initially $60. I picked it up for $30. While I was there, I looked at my wish list. Holy cow. The only Fallout one I didn't have, which was 76, was like 80% off. So I bought Fallout 76 for 80% off. And then a game that I probably won't play on this channel, but I will play on a different channel, was whenever I do that with my D&D stuff again, I'll post links. So if you follow my stuff, you'll see me talk about the new channel I'm starting at some point in time, way in the future probably. Anyways, they had Bard's Tale 4 available for like 75% off. So I was like, well, I'll get that too, because that's less than $10. So I bought all 3 of those games for less than the price, with tax less than the price of the actual No Man's Sky that I was expecting to pay. So the only game I have now left to get will be the probably the premium edition of the Starfield. I want that so I can get the 4-day early start. I probably want to do a lot of videos talking about it, leading up to it. So look for some of that content to come out, which means I'm probably doing Starfield before I do No Man's Sky, even though I wanted to do No Man's Sky and then I happened to stumble across Starfield. I don't know how Starfield's going to go. It might be like my Baldur's Gate 3 thing, which was really good, and then I decided I didn't like what was some of the directions of things, and I stopped making videos for it. So we'll see. We'll see how the things go. But right now, Starfield looks really cool. It's an exploration sci-fi space game. It looks like it's got a little bit more of a shooting aspect of it. I think that's a crafting light system, not really that, but you can craft spaceships and modify them into basically whatever you want. Just so you know, I'll be going Firefly. That is what I want. I want to be a space cowboy, and I think that game could potentially get me that direction. I've always loved Firefly since the moment I've seen it, and I've wanted to play a game like it, and that might be the opportunity for me to do it. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Probably will not name my character Malcolm or River, because that's a female. But anyways, I probably won't be doing that. It'll probably be Zone, but we'll see. All right, guys. So I'm running a little long again. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know down in the comments what you think about Starfield. If you have anything specific you know about Starfield, I need to know. In a way, I kind of hope it gets pushed back until the start of next year or December, just so I have time to get into it the way I want to. Kind of wish it would be pushed out just because I want more time to get my feet under me before I jump into it, because I am rambling way too much. Anyways, appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. If you know of anything specifically I need to be aware of. And keep earning that ped. See you guys next video.